On the workbench today is my personal EVH Wolfgang Standard. This is the made in Indonesia model. Really nice guitar actually for the money that you're going to spend on one of these. I've made a few mods to it already. First of all, I took the original Floyd Rose Special bridge out of it and replaced it with a OFR. I've replaced the tone pot with a in-tune onboard tuner, and I replaced the volume pot with a pot that has a kill switch built into it. Only mods I've made to it so far are those. Today I want to make another mod to it. I want to take the original bridge pickup out of it, and I have an EVH Frankenstein that I want to put into it and replace this Wolfgang pickup. Problem I'm going to have with this is this has rounded feet on the plate. What I'm hoping is that when I get this out, I'll be able to take the plate off of this pickup, put it on that pickup, and make it fit in here. Everything else looks like it's going to fit so far, so we'll see what happens when it comes time to do this, and we'll see how well this works out. So far I've already pulled out the 2 springs that I have on the back of this. Yes, it's decked. I only use 2 springs on it to hold it down. It does a great job so far. Haven't had any issues with it. I like the way how it feels. Like I said, I've already pulled the springs. I've already loosened all the strings, so let's see if we can pull this bridge out of here, or if I have to loosen the strings a little bit more. Okay, bridge comes out. 37. Who knows? I might go on ahead and put a bigger block on this too. I've got a brass block sitting over there, so I might go on ahead and do that while I'm at it. It's not really going to matter much on this, considering this bridge is decked, and there are still mixed reviews out there about whether or not the extra mass on a tone block will make that much difference anyway. So before I do that, let's flip this thing over, take the back cover off, and get this pickup desoldered. Since the switch is up here, wire is going to come through, it's going to come up, and it's going to come through here. I got to move this one out of the way too, so let's go ahead and pull both of these pickups loose. It looks like what I'm going to have to do is extend the length of the wire on this one, and I have some more braided wire, so extending the length shouldn't be too much of an issue. Then take this plate off and swap it with this plate, and we'll put this thing back together. Okay, so now that the guitar is out of the way and I can be able to work, like I said, I'm going to have to extend this wire, and I've got plenty of that. That's not a problem. The fun part's going to be just making sure that I get the connections right. So, first things first, we'll have to take the plate loose. This soldered down to the plate here, and the ground wire soldered down to the plate there. So this sits in like so. Very Fender-esque in how they build these EVH pickups. Very much like the Fender pickups, but well, they are a Fender product, so I don't see why that's all that surprising, I guess. Now we're going to let you cool down a little bit because you're going to be hotter than I want to mess with. Let's go ahead and tin this wire. And now we tin the wire so that it'll accept more solder later when I get ready to solder this wire into it. So now that we have this apart, and I know which wires are going to go where, you start getting down into this part of a pickup, you need to be very, very, very careful because it is very easy to pull a wire. Since these pickups have been potted, there's still quite a bit of wax left on here, so we will scrape some wax off. So I have a couple of good spots to solder to. And then I will tin the two spots that I will use to solder. And we'll get started on putting this plate on that pickup. Okay, now that it's cooled off a little bit, we can try. Guess the other option would be, yeah, you know what, let's move this over. That's a little tight. Let's move that ground wire over to here. The coil ground. Melt a little wax back down into it. All right, that's going to be time for the moment of truth. We're going to test this thing and see if we got good continuity. Sharp little pieces. According to my little sticker I took off here, I should have around 14 kilo ohms. $14.54K. We are right on spot. Okay, so here we are. We are ready to put this back in. This actually will now fit into the guitar the way it should. because of the way how the dog ears fit. So let's have a little bit of fun. Okay, so I ran into some phasing issues with this once I got wired up. I didn't realize, and I probably should have looked at it a little bit more and thought about it a little more, but I didn't. Go figure, but it's an easy fix. Fender, they wire these Wolfgang pickups very much like Fender wires their pickups. Well, obviously, because they're owned by Fender, and or at least produced by Fender. Which means they are wired backwards from something like a Seymour Duncan, which kind of is the typical standard. So it's an easy fix. All I had to do was go in and change the poles on the neck pickup, and that took care of all the phasing issues that I ran into. I run in no more funky sounding quack or anything like that when I go into middle position. I still get a lot of drive all the way through this guitar. So let's give it a real quick test run here. So here we go with the neck pickup, which is the one that I changed out first. Neck pickup. Middle pickup, or both pickups. And like I said, I modded this guitar before with an onboard tuner that also mutes the guitar, so I can tune on board, make my adjustments. Bring it back. Or if I'm playing on stage and I need to just take a break, I can just pull it, walk away. After a few seconds, this thing shuts itself off and doesn't run the battery dead. And like I said, I also put a kill switch or a kill pot into it. Volume pot. So now the only thing left to do is to button this thing back up, take it in and play the mess out of it. And there you have it. Back together, plays like it's supposed to. I decided I'd just go on ahead and stick with the small block, even though I've got, you know, another big brass block I could have put in here, but again, it's all the way down against the body. It's completely decked. There's no reason to put that mass in there. We'll just keep it as it is, and I'll use that one for something else later. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like it. If you do, hit the like, subscribe. I'll keep putting more up as I can, so I appreciate you. Thank you.